Hey y'all, it's Jordan, and a welcome to a book review. Today I'm going to be giving y'all the rundown on Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses series, otherwise known as ACOTAR by the superfans. So, I'm gonna try not to have any spoilers in this review. Gonna be a little difficult, but we will try. So, just as kind of an example of one of the book covers, here is A Court of Wings and Ruin. It is my favorite book in the series. It's the only one I have on a paper copy though. The rest of them are on my Kindle. So a little bit of a large, this is probably the thickest book out of the series. Has about almost 700 pages, but you will fly through them because they are that good. So, real quick, Sarah J. Maas is the author of quite a few New York Times best-selling books, and there is a reason that they are New York Times bestsellers, and it is because she has the talent to world build so well and so organically, which is a little difficult to do, especially when it is a very detailed and complex world. But not only does she world build so well, she also develops her characters in a way that makes them just super realistic, super relatable. And it's not only the main character, it is also all of the supporting characters. She had me crying over the death of a skeleton, so I don't know how, but she did. So anywho, the premise is our main character, Feyre, strong independent woman, right? This kind of takes place back in like a medieval-esque time. Definitely alternative universe, of course. Mortal lands, fairy lands. The humans, the mortals, think fairies are no bueno. They don't like them. There's all these horror stories about the fairies. And Feyre accidentally pisses one off. He comes and grabs her, takes her across to the fairy world, right? But once she's there, she's like, oh, I hate you, you're the worst. But then she changes her tune a little bit. Maybe he's not the worst. Big hunky fairy dude. She's like, oh, darn, I'm stuck in your palace with you. So it definitely gets kind of spicy. Very spicy, actually. But if you're interested in any sort of fantasy spicy books, this is a fantastic introduction to that, because the spicy scenes aren't just all throughout the book. There's definitely a lot of plot that leads up to it, and something that I really like about this series excuse me, something that makes this series so good is that, unlike a lot of spicy fantasy books that I've read, and I've read a lot of them, the spicy scenes don't make the book. They aren't the plot, but rather it supports the plot. And it helps our characters grow and develop even more, which actually is kind of difficult to do because in a lot of spicy books, authors kind of depend on these culminations of tension. It's my dog Albert, say hi. The authors can depend on these buildups of tension and build it up into this moment of, physical intimacy. And Sarah J. Maas doesn't need to do that. It just supports her characters. So, Feyre is a boss bitch, and she goes to the fairy world, ends up making some waves. Some big waves. So, it is an addicting series. I went through the entire series in about 3 days. Non-stop reading. It is so, so good. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Spicy meter out of 5, I'd probably say this is about a 3. So, Spicy meter, 3 out of 5. Very good. Very tastefully done. You will fall in love with literally every single character. Or hate them. And that's the beauty of Sarah J. Maas. So, 10 out of 10. Read it. Thanks for watching, y'all. If you liked the video, like. If you want to see more, subscribe. Okay, bye.